Hello YouTube world, Mac Daddy 1911A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalist. Finally got out to the range here, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, and tuned in the old primary arms. But buddy, I had a hell of a time of it. And this video is to update and share my embarrassment, my humiliation before my final success. I forgot my damn scope at the spotting scope at the freaking house like a knucklehead. And as you can see, this target's tore all to hell, but it's a hell of a story. So let me pause the camera and I'm gonna raise this thing up so you can see the whole thing. We'll finish up. All right, let's. Before I forget it, you need to know this right off the bat. And let me see, I'll find it on the box right here. This is why I screwed up. Can you see that right there? All right, click value 0.5 minute of angle. What's important about that? I did not see that, or I forgot that. Got out to the range, I'm assuming it's 1/4 minute of angle per click. So that's 1/4 inch. And this is not the type of target I should have had. This is a 1 inch square, the small one here. Okay, 1 inch square. That means if you one click value, instead of going 1/4 inch, it went 1/2 an inch. Let's get her done. Come on. All right, let's see. So let's go from this line here. There's 1/8. That's 1/4. That's 1/2. 5/8. 3/4. 7/8. 1 inch. So this is 1 inch from here to here. I'm thinking it's going to move it from here to here, and in reality it's moving it from here to here with each click. So I assumed it's 1/4 minute of angle. I forgot my damn spotting scope. I did not have my targets that are with the 1 inch squares, the entire sheet of paper. All I have is this type of target. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is I'm aiming at the bullseye. I put the chevron, the little inverted V, right under the bullseye here, and I could not see where the damn shots were landing at all at 100 yards. And because we got 15 other people out there all shooting, I did not want to say, hey, how about let me walk down there and see where the hell the shots are at. So what I did is I aimed here, hoping to drop it in the white or on the box somewhere. And I still have no idea where the hell it was hitting because of the damage inflicted as the day went, or the morning wore on, because we've got holes here. And then I click, because I mean, I'm really zoned in on that area right in here. Where in the hell are my shots landing? Because the damn damage is so severe, I cannot tell. So I'm thinking it's up here in the black, and I'm aiming right there, and it's shooting way the hell down here, and I'm concentrating so heavily on this area through my scope, and at that distance I couldn't see anything. I just couldn't see it. So I crank on the damn thing some more, trying to get it on down. Well, you can see from here to here to here to here, and then you can see all this horrible damage. All this horrible damage is caused by rocks and dirt because I'm plowing the damn ground. You think I'm Farmer Brown over there on his damn tractor, because I mean, you can see the dirt that's still stuck to it is sort of orangish looking. That's that clay. Made a hell of a damn mess of it. But here's the deal. The more even though I was aggravated, even though I was pissed off, my groups got tighter and tighter and tighter. This one here measures out at 3/8 of an inch, center to center. So I get down and dirt's flying. I can't, from my perspective, after the recoil of the rifle, it looks like the dirt, because when I was shooting through the box, actually through it, dirt would kick up behind the target, and that's the splash. That's what I was thinking I was seeing. Didn't realize I'm missing the target because I'm hitting the damn dirt. But I'm not just missing it. I'm tearing that target all to hell. You see that? That's the shape of a bullet. It's not going in this way. It's smacking the target there, 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 and there. Ain't that a hell of a note? So that was, I must have been hitting a couple of feet in front of the target for it to bounce up and hit that high. And then, you know, as I, you know, before I moved that far out, as it got, I mean, a little closer, it would, the angle would bounce up and bounce up and bounce up and bounce. And my neighbor's to my, hey, you getting that shit all over my target? I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, you plowed the damn dirt. You're kidding me. No. I mean, it was, oh my God, there's one, there's one, there's one. I think that's one along with, there must have been two of these right there. And it, cause it's odd the way that shape, but I don't know. Just a horrible day. But when my neighbor told me that, you can see I moved over here to where it's clear. And there's no center point, so it's hard to really get it centered, but I started cranking it back up. And once I did that, he loaned me a target. And I don't know how in the hell that one shot got in there. I don't know if I was aiming down here, and then I was like, wait a minute, that side's too damaged. I really can't tell, so I went back over here, and I went up a little bit, so if I missed by a little bit. So that's got to be about an inch. And then this is the final two, because I ran out of ammo. I ran out of friggin' ammo. 3 friggin' boxes. 60 rounds. It was a horrible day at the range. That comes in at 9/16 of an inch, center to center. 9/16 of an inch. So sub-minute of angle. 3/8 of an inch right here. Way below way below minute of angle. Sub-minute of angle. Sub-half minute of angle. Okay, so that comes in at 3/8 of an inch. And so when I do my part, and I'm not being a knucklehead, and I can actually see where the shots are landing, and that's the great thing if you're a team, you can hit your spotter can see where the shots landing. My neighbor saw where my shots were landing while I'm plowing dirt all over his damn target, because his target was set up a couple of feet over here higher than my target, and it was throwing dirt up onto his target. But the key to the thing was the inputs. You really should pay attention to that. Okay, if you get one of these primary arms, it's half minute of angle. In other words, on a tape measure, and I think I just showed this, but I'm going to do it again any damn way. Okay, from this mark here to that mark, that is a half an inch. It'll move your shot that far over. And if you click it one more click, it'll move it that far. So that is 1 inch. So it'll move it slap across the box of one of these tiny little squares. Not the big square, the little square. Okay? It'll move it. If you're hitting dead center and you say you move it right, it'll move it right to the center. But I'm thinking quarter. So it wouldn't move it from here to here with 4 clicks. It would move it from here to here. Think about that. So you can see I mean, I really did a reticle crank there, and then I did a little bit of a crank there, but that's got to be 2 inches. So that was 4 clicks. And I didn't realize what mistake was, but now I've got it. I mean, that was the very last 2 shots. I was aggravated. I was embarrassed and humiliated because my dumb ass plowing the dirt. But at 100 yards, I couldn't see where the damn shots were landing. Just could not. Now on this white right here, I could see these last four. And I think I could see that number 5 right there, but the damn target's so tore up from rocks and crap flying up and actual shots hitting it. It was friggin' ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. But the point is, if you zero it, you get your shots exactly where your point of aim is, even if you ain't got a really super tight group like this one down here. But I've got it in there. All right. I'm wiggling a little left. There's no way I can move that over that damn much. Maybe one click, but it might would throw it the other way. I might have to try that next time I'm out there. But the point is, once you get that baby zeroed, then your ranging portion of your reticle is calibrated to your rifle. Okay, this bottom line, you put the bottom, quote unquote, the feet, legs, whatever, of your target on that line there. And if the target is about 5 feet 10 inches tall, whatever it may be, an automobile, a really big rabbit, deer, whatever, you put the head on these other corresponding lines. The lowest one is 8, the next one is 7, the next one's 6, and then 5, and then 4. And then at the bottom of your ring here is 3. The bottom of the chevron, the little inverted V, and I don't think you can really see it. I don't have a close-up, but it's an inverted V. The bottom of it's 200, the top's 100. I think that's, if I remember how that goes, but it's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome. I may have to go out here in this pasture one day when it's not raining. Right now we're getting the remnants of Hurricane Delta, which is now a tropical storm moving across Alabama, well, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia right now, and probably up into Kentucky and so forth. It has rained here. We haven't had any wind, but it's rained here off and on since Friday evening is what it's done here. So, but that may be a thing to do, is take some humanoid targets across that thing and set them up at different, walk off the range and set them up at different ranges, and then come back with a scope and set up on it and look through it with a camera and see how accurate that thing is. Of course, I'd have to measure it with a tape to get it roughly 5 feet 10 to 6 feet tall, and that gives you a really good idea of your range. Okay, and then all you got to worry about is wind, which is the most unpredictable factor of all, reading the wind. Now, there is a wonderful video that Major John Plaster put out way before the War on Terror. I had this video before the War on Terror started, before 9/11. And it's so old, it's VHS. So that ought to tell you something. I didn't even have a DVD player at that point. Or maybe, I already had ordered the rifle, and then I found out about the Ultimate Sniper. I have never purchased a book, can't find it anywhere. But he's updated it several times since then. I need to see if I can get my hands on it. But if you don't know who Major John Plaster is, he did a awesome one-on-one interview with Carlos Hathcock before his passing in the 90s. If you don't know who Carlos Hathcock is, take your head and beat it against a brick wall. But he was a Marine, U.S. Army Special Operations sniper, I want to say, in Vietnam. And when the War on Terror started, there was a massive need for really well-trained marksmen and snipers, and the U.S. Army contracted with him and quite a few other folks. But he is one of the top instructors for that type of work. Man, oh man. But anywho, enough of that. It was a frustrating day. Comedy relief. If I'd have got that on video, all the damn gearheads out there would have really dragged my butt. But the thing is, I'm honest. Okay, I didn't have to show you this. I could have shown you this, which is not phenomenal. But the thing is, you got to be, your rifle is your most honest critic. It only does what you make it do. And you can see I'm shooting tight groups at 100 yards. I mean, this is not phenomenal, but the rifle is capable of a much better accuracy than I can ever make it do. But garbage in, cranking 4 when I'm only supposed to be cranking 2. Okay, I didn't read the manual again before I went. I was not familiar with it, and that embarrassment, the mistakes, if you think that'll happen again with that scope, you're wrong. Because that humiliation, that embarrassment, really like a knife in your heart, it will wake you up. It will, that is just something you won't do again. You will not. It's like if you were to go out here and piss on this electric fence, man or woman, don't matter. You take a leak on that electric fence, you will never, ever, ever make that damn mistake again. That dude will knock your ass across there. I know it. See, it popped me on this finger here one day. I was there cutting limbs and all off up for the old man. I guarantee you, it felt like I went across my finger with a blowtorch. I mean, that baby will wake you the hell up right now. That 2,500 pound bull out there, he don't get up against it. Just think about that. But anywho, your mistakes, the humiliation that goes with those mistakes, sears that mistake, that the lessons that you learn from that mistake into your subconscious and your conscious mind, and it's you won't forget it. You will not forget it. All right. If you have it's like having a negligent discharge. If that ever happens to you, and this happened to me one time, you will never forget that. Why? You want to know what caused that, and you want to know how to prevent that. Okay? So, same thing here. This is massively embarrassing because there's a guy over here right next door to me that loaned me this target, gave me this target. Super nice guy. He was a hand loader. He was formulating some new ammunition up for this rifle he was shooting. And man, he was doing, his rifle wasn't shooting where he wanted it to shoot that day. It wasn't shooting up to his expectations. But when you saw the gear and the equipment this guy, I mean, it was not elaborate. He had exactly what he needed and nothing else. And it showed. He knew his business. And the embarrassment of that seared that into me. That half minute of angle click value, won't be forgetting that ever. No way in hell. I will never forget that, because that's what caused all this mess right here. And not having my spotting scope. That was just so embarrassing. I came out, which my spotting scope, piece of crap, man. We were about to rim today. I'm about to get a very good one, and I want one with crosshairs. But anywho, that's for future. But anywho, 1842 already. Sorry, I know I rambled, ladies and gentlemen, but it is a great, valuable lesson to learn before you go. And when you do go, carry all the damn equipment. I should have had more targets. I did have tape. But I should have had more targets with the 1-inch squares. I should have had my spotting scope. And I should have had some of the little pasty discs to put on there, and didn't have them. Embarrassed. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's only like a 20-minute drive over there, 15-minute drive, whatever. But it still pisses me off that I did not have everything. And this guy next to me, he was like, but I think that guy goes over there every day. I think he is, because he was there before the opening, had everything laid out, and he was just sitting back waiting on 9 o'clock. Because during this time of the year, it's 9 to 5, boom, that's it. And believe me, the forest rangers, the rangers will come down there and get you So anywho, y'all be good. Take the crap you need. Make sure you double check and have a list or something to go by before you go to the range and waste so much valuable ammunition. Okay? But anywho, y'all be good. Mac loves you. Take care. We'll catch y'all on a flip flop.